Welcome everyone to the Goddess Temple. My name is Chris, and for today's message, this space and time that you're here, the full moon just passed, and so you're at this phase where you are reflecting what has come through, what you have learned, and how you will be moving forward. But it's before the moving forward part of it. You're being asked at this time to understand and integrate everything that you've learned, everything that's happened from the previous new moon to this full moon, everything that's happened and how you have come back into yourself. What you've learned going off, having those tangents. What did you learn about yourself? What did you learn about the thoughts and the perceptions that you have? The so-called smallness that you may have had. What did you learn from all of that? And you're being asked to truthfully look at everything. The way that you continue to move forward, the way that you continue to create. You're being asked to reflect, truthfully reflect on who you have been in this time and who you will be moving forward. Everything about you is full and radiant and in alignment. And another thing is there might be a little bit of things that you are reflecting on that may have happened within the past year. Maybe around 6 months to even 7-9 months. There's something that happened roughly 9 months ago that sent you down this path. And right now you're touching back at that and you're being asked to reflect on it, to see what those lessons were, how you have went from that to who you have become now. That instinct and whatever that journey was that had sent you down this path, it made you rethink about who you are and how you want to show up in your world, and for you to act on the thing that you said that you were going to act on. You have done all the things that you have done. It has shaped you. It has molded you. It has created you into being who you are right now. You're in this reflective phase. It's more of a mental thing than it is an experiential body thing. Because in this specific moon phase and where the moon sits, it's in Aquarius. And so with it being in Aquarius, it's a little bit more reflective, a little bit more of alchemy, of more of telepathically getting yourself here. What has brought you here? So you're more telepathically time traveling into parts of your past, potentials of your future based off of where you are right now and the way that life has taken you, the patterns that have played out, and the way that you've adapted yourself and adjusted yourself. What is all of those? What do all of those little parts look like? What about you has come to life? And you're reflecting on what all of this is. And don't be limited with only it being something that happened within the last 9 months, but could have been a couple of years ago, more than a couple of years. Whichever time frame that just popped in your head, reflect on it, because you are being asked to reflect on the way that life has taken you, and you're starting to see a little bit of the timelessness to your growth, of your growth. And the immense amount of work that you've done so far, and you may have interpreted all of that work that you've done as being small and minuscule, but there was a lot more to it than you thought. And now you see why that work was important and how to continue moving forward, right? Ooh. I'm also being shown that you may have neglected a little part of your past. A little part of your past that you're like, you know what, I'll deal with it later. But right now you're being asked to look at why you said that. Why did you say that you were going to deal with it later? Something about it scared you. Something about it brought up a limitation, an anxiety, an anger even. Not necessarily an anger, but it's more of fear than anger. But if it is anger, then probably there is fear and sadness underneath that anger. So these are little emotions that are coming up, the memories that are coming up. And it's reflecting how you've wanted this one thing. You put out the work. It did not yield any of the results that you thought it was going to give you. And yet, somehow you have succeeded in ways that you haven't succeeded before. Sorry, I'm experiencing excruciating neck pain, and it's just... Oh, it's so much better. Could be that you also needed support in a way that you didn't think you needed it before. And you were afraid to ask for that help, that support. But right now you're like, you know what? I gotta just give in. I gotta loosen up, because it's slowing me down significantly. It's slowing me down. And the places that you may have overgiven and someone has taken advantage of it, or just could not compassionately look at how and where you mentally and emotionally were, and did not support you. You're seeing that part of your life, that person, that whoever that is, and you're letting go of that anger, that emotion, that, you know what, I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to look at it. All I know is that I'm happy that that person is out of my life and they have no more that they can take from me. But it sucks that happened. And you still have an emotional charge in it. It's faint. It's not as strong and powerful as it was. But there is still a little bit of an emotional charge to it. Right this very moment, you are reliving a certain part of your past. Very similarly, you're going through certain experiences that you did. It's not the same, but it's very similar. And it's making you reflect, wait, why don't I try things differently? Why don't I do the very things that I was afraid to do? That's what this time is going to take you through. It's going to inspire you. When you reflect, it inspires you to move differently, to embody differently, to create differently, to think differently. You are learning what it means for you to truthfully be you. You are learning. And you're saying, I'm going for it. I'm doing the thing. Another little part that's coming in is in places that you have showed up with transparency and authenticity. Many people have been inspired by it. It scares them. They won't do what you do. They don't have the courage like you have courage. This courage in you is so much more natural to you than it is natural for them. I mean, everyone has this natural courage, but for you, it's a little bit easier than them. Of course, I'm not going to belittle the amount of work that you've done for you to step up courageously with power, with intent. But for you to reflect on the fact that you have more power and skill than you thought. And even though people have come in and left and then come in again, and you're noticing how people are not moving in integrity in your life, you're also learning how to draw boundaries, barriers, and then also protection spells. So you are only placed in the path of people that align with you and that show up in integrity. And the thing is, you're also learning what that means, because it doesn't mean just because someone else is doing this that you're not doing your own version of that. You are somewhere, you are doing that version. It's just you're learning how to do it differently. You're learning about yourself. You've learned significantly about yourself. You have taken up the skills so you can see who you have been and who you continue to be and how you do wish to show up in your life. And you are building on those skills. You're changing, you're moving, and you're building on the skills. You're also listening to the way life wants to flow and move through you. That path of alignment, of sovereignty, of wholeness, of wholeheartedness. You're learning that and you're understanding that. And you're saying yes to it. You're saying yes to your life. Sorry, I'm here asking Goddess to give me a little bit more visual so I can continue, because I know she said she has more. So where she wants me to go at this moment is where you have been putting in the work. You're back where you've started almost, but the circumstances, parameters have changed. And you're also noticing how life didn't turn you bitter. Things didn't work out the way that you thought it would. Things didn't work out. And yet, you're truthfully happy with who you've become. And it's not a becoming, but it's more of you're seeing who you are. And you're becoming more, well, not becoming, but it's like you're understanding how and why you can be a little bit more calmer and at ease with the little parts of you, the younger parts of you. Being a bit more compassionate with your human. That's what she wanted me to express, is you are being more compassionate with your human, with the mistakes you've made, and you've put in the work to rectify yourself. And it's less about external confirmation of it, but you've done the internal mental rewiring for you to have this experience, this life. Wow, okay. She wants me to complete the message right there. That was very abrupt, but I feel like that just leaves you with a really sweet spot of reflecting on who you've been, who you are, and knowing, and I hope that this confirms to you with where you are, and to trust where you are being led. You are being led through and from your highest self, your highest expression. And it's not just you, but it's also life around you, other people, spirits, everything around you is also cheering you on and assisting you to progress and move along this life's path. And for you to evolve, it's this path of evolution as opposed to linear growth. It's an evolution, and it's a spherical evolution that goes upwards. And so I hope that this message has provided you with some clarity, a little bit of solace, a little bit of ease and alignment. And so with that little bit, I wish you guys all the best, and I will speak to you soon.